Morning, fellas. Let's see, what, 10 to 11, 88. And after yesterday's discouraging events on the primer, I wasn't in that all of a hurry to come out here and work on this thing today. But I did hit this with some 220, and it brought it out pretty good. So still, but we're going to unmask it. I'm going to put the battery box in. It's right here. Get this thing wired up and get it fired up, and get it out of the garage. Oh, excuse me. Let's see. Partly cloudy. A little breezy. So that's all I got for today. Got problems with the home computer, so we haven't loaded anything up yet. I probably will this evening, so everything will be loaded up and you guys will be able to see everything. I'll take some pictures of this when it's out in the sunlight, and we'll go from there. Yeah, 2 spots right there. So did exactly what I wanted it to do. That's why I squirted the primer on it and deal with the roughness. So as always, thanks for watching, and when I get more, I'll turn this back on. Later, guys. Well, that's what it looked like before. And yeah, the car's all unmasked. And so that's where we're getting it back to now. Just went and got a new battery, and no, I did not get an Optima this time. This car has had 3 Optima batteries in it and hasn't been on the road. The first one went into there, her battery died, then my son's, then my other son's. And I ain't buying no more Optima batteries until this thing's ready to hit the road. So got to hook up the fuel return line, strip this, it goes to this 50 amp fuse, hook up a few other things, and pop the battery in, check out and make sure we got fuel pressure, check for leaks, and we're going to fire this puppy up. I'm going to fire it up on the oil that's in there. It's break-in oil from Royal Purple, but I want to get it warm, get it lubricated, and then we'll go ahead and got everything to change oil right there. We'll change oil. I want to back it out. I want to clean out the garage, and then I want to take the air compressor. I want to blow this thing out, get all the dust and everything else out, and then get this back in here, and we'll start on the doors. We will block down the rest of the car, the roof that I painted yesterday. This is 220. It seemed to take it down, but see, I didn't put that heavy of a coat on there because I just wanted to see where I needed more body work, and I found the areas. So we'll take care of those areas, and then we'll get some more epoxy primer and coat this thing the right way. So once we get this thing fired up, or maybe I'll turn this on. You want to see a super long cold start? What, this was fired up last August, a year ago? We'll see. Alright, when I get more, I'll turn it back on. Later, guys. Hey fellas, it's running again. My son Patrick's here. So we'll get the tires out, we'll get them up, we'll move that out of the way, and this going out of side. Oh, once it's off jack stand. So, more in a minute. Alright guys, it's out. Floor next to get cleaned, so that's what we're going to do. Real quick, a little mini clean. Then I'm going to probably pull this over a little bit, and I'm going to blow the hell out of it with the air compressor. But did I say this thing sits low? I say it sits low. So, but yeah. So, now the cleaning. More later. Yeah, I definitely like the stance of that thing. That thing looks mean sitting there. I think I got a maybe. I thought maybe it was too thick on the epoxy, but come to look at it, because I saved this cup. But if you look at it, it's been sitting here all night. I stopped painting. This batch was mixed up at 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon, and look at. Still isn't dry. I don't know much about epoxy paint, but I mean, I figured it'd have a little bit better, so I'm thinking maybe it might be bad. That might be the whole thing. Either way, I'm saying 180 on that. We'll block her down and we're going to shoot her again. But this is what I needed to do in this garage, is did a little cleaning, got it somewhat straightened out, and not the way I wanted it to do, but at least that's drivable again and I could sit there and do it. What's next is the trunk lid, or the deck lid. We'll get this all down and get some good epoxy primer this time, and we'll prime this, then we'll put it back on the car. But yeah, right now I got it sitting out in the sun so it could sit there and just bake itself. I mean, we're 100 and something, we're 102, 103, and we'll just sit there and let her bake for an hour or so and see what happens. And it looks like we got a couple of cells moving in, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Oh yeah, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. But yeah, she fired right up. I'm going to change the oil in her. She is backing in. Remember, it was pulled in before, and now she's backing in. We're going to do a door. We're going to do this one at a time. We're going to do a door, and then the rocker, and then all around the opening again, and the front crush panel. The front crush panel up front, and then get that done, get that in epoxy primer, then we'll flip the car around and do the other side. And that's the way we're going to tackle the next phase of this. So I'm happy with the job on the quarter panels, because they did come out pretty good. Could have been better, but I like them. Taillight panel is good. Let's say it beats the fiberglass Bondo mess I had before. So, and she's looking pretty good. So I think that's all for today, other than I'm going to back it into the garage here in a little bit, and that's about it. So you guys have a good Sunday, and we'll see you next weekend. Take care. Later.